A new bill has been passed to ensure Singapore's public paths and roads are safer and to enable the full switch to the smarter ERP 2.0 system. Among the rules are lower speed limits for mobility scooters and a compulsory next-generation onboard unit to support road pricing under ERP 2.0. Higher penalties are also in place for lorry owners and drivers who fail to comply with speed limiter requirements. Now, the Transport Ministry is looking to exempt more mobility scooter users from a new compulsory medical certification. This includes applicants under disability schemes who are not currently covered. From 1st June, those on Ministry of Health disability schemes are already exempt. So are seniors aged 70 and above and users who receive subsidies for their scooters. Claudia Lim with more.
Personal mobility aids, or PMAs, will soon be slower, smaller, and reserved only for those deemed to have mobility challenges. This includes seniors and those who have been assessed by medical professionals.
Our primary consideration was to peg the speed to brisk walking speed, since PMAs are a replacement for walking. We acknowledge that the trade-off is that users travel more slowly. This is necessary to protect themselves and other path users.
He was stressing the purpose of a new law which was debated by more than 20 MPs over 2 days. The MPs raised concerns over the lower speed limit of 6 kilometers per hour and the process and cost of getting a valid medical certificate.
Clear guidance on who can certify, streamlined criteria, and digital or time-limited certification pathways will be important to avoid unnecessary clinic congestion, administrative burden on doctors and healthcare professionals alike, as well as delays for patients who genuinely need short-term mobility support.
I seek clarification on whether assessments for the medical or the certificate of medical need can be conducted at polyclinics so as to help manage costs and ensure accessibility.
Some of these individuals have real transportation needs that in their views are not adequately met by the proposals in this bill. So how will LTA reach out to them, these affected individuals, effectively on the law change and get them to understand the risks and to get their buy-in on the new law?
In response, Mr. Bay says for those with temporary PMA needs, the validity period of their certificate will be specified. Digital and hard copy certificates will also be provided. Mr. Bay adds that subsidies may be available and that the government will engage existing users to raise awareness. Some delivery riders may also have to make adjustments.
For delivery riders without mobility challenges, PMAs are not the right mode of transport for them. They should not misuse PMAs. They can continue the trade by switching to other devices or vehicles before 1st June 2026.
He adds that industry associations and delivery platforms have expressed support for the new rules, including the lower speed limit, and have committed to inclusive job allocation for workers with mobility challenges.
Acting Transport Minister Jeffrey Siow says Singapore could see more cars on its roads in the future. That's as data from the next generation ERP system will be anonymized and aggregated and used for traffic management and transport planning. He was responding to MP Edward Chia, who suggested more users for the new compulsory onboard units or OBUs.
The new OBUs generate richer, more granular and real-time data, both for motorists and the Land Transport Authority. This creates an opportunity to move beyond passive congestion pricing towards active traffic management. Real-time congestion data can enable more responsive traffic light timings, improve directional flow during peak periods, and allow faster interventions and known choke points.
We are experimenting with merging or using this data to optimize the traffic light signal system, amongst other use cases that we are exploring. There is certainly great potential to improve traffic management using ERP2 data. As we get better at doing so, it may well be feasible to create more capacity on our roads without taking up more land. Potentially, this can allow us to have some future growth in our car population.
in response to questions on data security. Mr. Siow says there are security measures and safeguards in place to prevent unauthorized access. For example, the OBU is designed to meet the highest US government security standard using cryptographic keys. Such encrypted data ensures that info sent from the OBUs cannot be read, altered, or misused by unauthorized parties.
LTA adheres to all laws and government-wide standards on data sharing with other agencies, and this includes how we will manage ERP2 data. LTA will use vehicle-specific data only for payment, charges, and enforcement, and this will include non-payment of ERP charges and cross-border taxi enforcement.
Speeding-related accidents involving heavy vehicles decreased by 28% to 18 cases last year. These include fatal accidents. The Senior Minister of State for Home Affairs cited these numbers to show that using speed limiters has a positive impact.
We expect these figures to further decrease after all lorries install speed limiters by the 1st of July 2027. We also recognize that good lane discipline is essential where there are differences in vehicle speeds. The traffic police will continue to educate motorists on the importance of maintaining lane discipline and enforce against violations.
Under the bill, lorry owners and drivers will face heavier penalties for failing to comply with speed limiter requirements. These include not installing them, tampering with, or bypassing them. Those convicted for the first time face a maximum fine of $10,000, up from the current $1,000. Ms. Sim said that 94% of lorries that needed to install these speed limiters have done so.